Is your mental health at risk? Are you suffering in silence? Are you aware of anyone suffering from mental health? Are you prepared to help? Are you investing in your mental
Pay
health?
attention.
These are the questions.
Yes, I. Uh-huh. Welcome to the earth tension. Round ya so everything balance. Welcome to the earth tension. Put away all ignorance. Welcome to the earth tension. The earth tension. Earth tension.
Tenor is still in. Greetings. Jambo. Wagwan. Blessed love one and all. Holy Emmanuel I, Lassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Give thanks, and I greet you to all Rastafarian mansion. Give thanks to the fullness of life. Give thanks to all awakened spirits. Rastafari. Give thanks. Yes, today I want to ask a question. I am no expert on the topic, but based on what I've seen and what I've experienced over the years as a youth that was born in the Rastafarian organization and in the Rastafarian movements at large, I have traveled to different places. I have seen different Rastafarian people functioning in different kind of ways. So the question is mental issue a serious problem within the Rastafarian community? Is mental issue a serious illness within the Rastafarian community? I will say yes. Yes, I. Based on what I've seen over the years. Are we dealing with it? Can we spot it? When we spot it, do we deal with it correctly? What are the traits of it? Yes, these are the things we need to have a reasoning about. Where mental illness is concerned, the first thing we want to ask ourselves, what is mental illness? What is mental illness? Well, based on studies, it shows that mental illness is showing that the mind is not well. The mind is unhealthy, meaning that you're acting out of character, you're doing things out of the norm. That's a sign that your mental health is coming into question. Within the Rastafarian community, it is said that the Rastaman they're mad in general anyway. But we're not going to take that point, and we're not going to take that stance, and we're not going to drive down that route, because that's society and what society is saying. What are we saying as Rastafarians is mental problem in our community? Are we dealing with it? Are we spotting it? Is it affecting us? Make we all a reasoning about that fullness. Yes, I. Well, mental illness, it affects the way you think. It affects the way how you act. It affects the way how you feel. You know what I mean? It can cause from different traumas. You know what I mean? Man can meet in an accident and get a mental disturbance, and it causes him and force him to be acting a different way. One can experience abuse at any level, and it trigger mental unbalance. Yes, I. And many other reasons. As I tell the item, I am no expert. I am just saying these things to bring awareness, to trigger conversations among I and I, You know what I mean? As a youth growing up in the Rastafarian community, I've seen a lot of people that are not mentally stable. But the Rastafarian houses are great places for a lot of these people to come and hide their illnesses. For one, the Rastaman is already dubbed a madman, an insane person, because of his thought process, because of how he dresses, because of how his diet is. Yes. So it's a perfect place to come and hide your mental illness. Yes, I. Think about it. Think about the Rastaman where you see on the side, just sitting down by himself, always mumbling to himself, talking to himself. And a man will come and say, yeah, man, them man, they know heights. Heights, them man, they know, them man, they will talk to people, you know, man. Mama, we see what them man, they will use words. Yeah, think about it. Was it really that? Or him had a problem? What about the man with that big, thick dreadlocks on top of his head, killing off his neck, affecting his neck like for real? But everyone has said, what you mean? Them man that carry the burden, you know, my lord. Them man that carry the burden, you know, job burden. Them man that carry, man, they not let it go, you know. Think about it. Was it really that? Or was it really mental illness? Think about the man who decides, say, him not go in the shoes again. And him walk on the dirt where people do all type of things. Dog do, people spit. All type of thing, the asphalt a burn off him foot and everything. And man I go say, the man they not heights, man. Man they not wear Babylon shoes. Man they not put no leather upon him foot. Fire. Was it really that? Or was it a mental issue? A whole heap of things, you know. Whole heap of things. Yes, I. So right now, what about the man who prey upon little children? Yeah, man. Enough of them, man, I think. Prey up on little children. A man I say, I saw him stay, man. Them man there, I saw them for them thing there. That's for them thing there. I laugh it off around the corner. No. Was it that? Or was it mental illness? So, it's so much thing outlined just now, and that's just a tip. That's just a little start. I am saying this for us to trigger conversations amongst ourselves. All these brethren that we grew up around, I would say all of these behaviors. A man like him a smoke chalice night and day, him just a smoke. And now eat right. And then you hear say Bongo Joe drop out. You hear say Ray drop out. And then you say, yeah, the man you smoke go to the heavens. When the man you heights, them chalice talk to them. No one don't say like, I wonder if my problem, I'm alright. We now say that because a Rasta, so anything goes, a heights. Anything I just heights, man. The man you imple, man, a bird imple, the man you don't eat cook food. Yeah, man, me say, what the Rasta talk about? Bird imple, we see what see. No words, just sound. Man lock off himself from certain things and get so caught up in a newfound Rastafari glory. So him forget everything when him have. He don't deal with him family again. Lock off him family, lock off him old friend them from school days. And you ask yourself, was that normal behavior? Was that the way of the majesty? Have anyone seen the majesty treading through Ethiopia without his shoes? And all his delegates them around him? Or any of the great man them were chattered? What, to prove what? So you don't wear shoes that prove that you are a more Rasta man, or you are on a heights and you are on a level where no one else can reach. If them try reach a heights, them drop off and strain. We have to check these things. We need to start look when the sister in them are behave a certain way. What happened? Most of the sisters in them were abused from a tender age. Them never get no counsel. No counseling at all. Behind closed, the brethren them a disturb them, beat them, curse them, and it affect them mentally. So right now in our community, we really and truly have a problem where mental illness is concerned. So right now, I'm calling upon all the artists, yes, and all the major speakers on all these platforms to start addressing these kind of issues in regards to mental illnesses. See? Because you look around sometime and you see, as I said, it's a perfect place to come and hide. Because no one is going to question anything. Because the Rasta man just going to say, him in the heights. Or the next one that say, I saw him stay, man, the man that is him. Him full of ism. But really and truly, people are hiding. People are committing suicide within our Rastafari community. People are speaking out of turn without counsel. Because there is no safety where there is no counsel. And as I say, if we don't take control of our narrative that goes out there, how will the younger generation come and take on this fullness when it's going to be deemed like these people are crazy people? And crazy in many instances, many ways. Man become an extremist in his outlook, in his sayings, in his doings. Lock away them children from everything and feel like, say, oh, they are so sheltered. And as you let them out, them become like everybody out there in the world. Those things are mental illnesses. I've grown up in community where I see little girls have on 6 dress. And it's like, it was like a joke. She's so covered up. And when you grow up and they turn big people, a bare skin. Bare skin. So are these things mental issues that are affecting our communities? Because it's not just one issue where a man just get mad and him just lock off and attack to himself, It's many instances. Most of these brethren and sisters were abused from they were young. They never got no counseling. So they took it to the church and they took it to wherever community they can take it to where they think that people will listen to them. Upon turning up there, people don't listen to them. So you find out the mental illness get worse. So what are we doing as a people, as a Rastafarian community, to curtail these behaviors? Are we recommending that these people see a physician? Because the prophecy shows that when we're sick, we must seek a physician. You know what I mean? Give thanks, Dr. Pee Wee, Jah rest him soul in peace. Dr. Pee Wee was a very good doctor in our Rastafarian community. But I am talking now about the mental illness. Who remember Jalenks? Who remember John Divine? Who remember all of these brethren? Who remember Born Loser? We become Born Winner. Who remember all the behavior of these brethren? And many other names we can call. And how many times we take it serious, like we seek a physician for these brethren. And there are also sisters as well. I've seen my mother gone into river and gone to the shallowest part and say she got drown herself because of the problems that when she face in life. You know what I mean? She not drown herself, but it affect her. Things that had happened to her in her life affect her big time. And she's not unique to these situations. And as a youth, we used to say them thing that it was like a joke. Body laugh and say, oh, Mama, we're going to the shallowest part of the river so she got drown herself. Because things upon her mind where she not getting any strong counseling Or give thanks for the sisters them who saw that there was a problem and they bridging them and give her a strength in reasoning. But what about those who don't have a bridging or a sister who seen these behaviors? Because it's serious, you know. It's serious to the point that people are committing suicide. People are becoming addicts. And people, illness are escalating. So, as I say, I am not very versed on the topic. But I am just here to bring awareness and for us to find solutions in how to go about fixing ourselves. Because who to tell if me have a mental problem? So every day this man have this thing upon him head. He'll never take it off yet. Him grow him beard so long. People see them think that's like weird behavior too, you know. Because it's not in the realms of society. But I and I know different. But we may have traits of mental issues. And we have to learn to spot these things in the bridging and the sistering. You have a bridging and you see him start talk too much. Every minute him gone live, a curse on the live, and him go on with himself because I'm on a platform now. Him need help. Or she need help. And as a Rastafarian community, that's the reason why I said in the last thing, in the last reasoning about the wheat and the tear, we must form a council of elders or a council of people who are aware of these kind of things and bring it up and try to help ourselves. And the reason why I'm saying this, because Africa awaits its creation and its creators. And we don't want to go to Africa behaving in any funny way, like any mentally disturbed way. Because I've seen it. I've been to Africa and see people who came from the West, like the ice thaw out of them and them gone. Crazy. But you talk to them and you have a civil conversation with them don't sound like them crazy, but them behavior is showing that they are not mentally well. And remember, they will take you to the Emmanuel Hospital that is in Ethiopia, where them have people who are not so sound in their mind. But mental illness can be treated. It can be treated with counsel. It can be treated with finding back your happy place. You know, when were you happy? What was happening? Go and have some fun. You know, take out a brethren, take out a sister. Take them to a theme park, take them to the park, take them to the community center. Take them for a walk, take them for a drink. Take them to a party. Take them out of that place where them stuck, you know. Because for what Rastafari Chad, you know, serious thing, you know. Sometimes mother forsake you, father forsake you, brother forsake you, sister forsake you. And that can get to your heavens. And because you say, oh, I'm good, I'm in the heights and I don't need nothing from society and I don't want to see people, burn people, a matter of fact. And you use all those things as cover. Let us deal with our issues. Mental illnesses are real. And it's among us, big time. The ones that are molesting the little children, them have a mental problem. And them coming to Rastafari movement with it. The man who's sitting down talking to himself, him have a mental problem. And them come to Rastafari with it. With an expectation that Rasta will heal. Enough man did murderer. Enough man did rapists. And them come to Rastafari as retired sinners. And when them come, them see Rasta behave in certain manners. And it make them gone back to that behavior where them that try run from. Rastafari supposed to be the example, the exemplary way of life. We must help each other. Not slander each other. Because as I can tell you, when your health in your mind is not well, it makes you do unseemly things. Yes, and we cannot tolerate this type of behavior in and around our community from people with problems And there are professional people among us who can really rise to the occasion and help these brethren and sisterins in and around our communities. In the Caribbean, in Europe, in America, in Africa. One Rastafari. But within the movements, there are problems. And we must try our best to resolve our problems among ourselves. And if we cannot handle it, we must recommend a physician to sort it out. For these few words, I give thanks. And remember, it's just to stimulate, to push forward I to have this conversation around mental health. Because the Earth Enchants may not have all the answers, but we are here to find solutions. So in the comment section, I want the item tell me how the item feel about it and how much information the item can send on, so I can use the platform to even reason more in depth in regards to mental illness in our Rastafari community. Well, Emmanuel eyes, last year, Jah, Rastafari. Walk good, talk good.
Earth Enchants.
More love, more
Yes,
child,
I.
more strength. Bobo Shanti, 12 child, Maya Bingi, Orthodox, EWF. School of
Welcome to
Vision.
the Earth
More life,
Enchant.
more strength. Let us
Round
do
ya
good.
so everything
Vibes.
balance.
More life, more
Welcome
strength.
to the Earth
Thanks.
Enchant. Put away all ignorance. Welcome to the Earth Enchant. The Earth Enchant. Earth Enchant.